Hello everyone and welcome back to another Facebook Live with myself. If you're new here, my name's Sam. I'm the pain and performance expert here at Sheffield Sports Medicine, and I'm here to answer some of your burning questions and most importantly spread some knowledge and help you out in your sporting injury or whatever it may be that you're struggling with. Okay, so today's topic, as you can probably see, is a little bit about strength. So we're kind of keeping on the topic of exercise. And today is about strength and cardio, the differences between them, and if you can actually train both at the same time. Because I know there's a lot of misconception about that. If you can train both, how effective it may be. So I'm here to answer that question for you. Now, before we crack on and get into that, we had a question from a few weeks ago from Lydia, who asked about a seated stepper machine and if it was any good. Now, me personally, this is a personal opinion, I think it's a waste of money. All right, because at the end of the day, if you're able, you can always go up and go for a walk. Okay, either before work or after work. In between, if you've got a desk job, we always say to people, every half an hour, just get up, move about, go for a walk. Okay, that will just help keep things mobile, help stop you getting stiff, and prevent any kind of pain. So always keep moving every half an hour. But most importantly, when it comes down to these devices, for me personally, I can just walk outside and go for a walk, or go on my bike, go for a run, go to the gym. Okay, there's so many different things that I can do and spend my money on, rather than a seated step machine or a running machine in my house. But some people, don't get me wrong, they prefer that. They like being in the comfort of the home, being able to exercise in the home. Me, I'm the complete opposite. I don't like being in the house to exercise. I just have to get out and be in the right environment to exercise, and that's why I enjoy the gym so much, because once I'm there, that's it. That's all I'm focused on. That's all I'm thinking about. So, me personally, to answer your question, no, I don't think there's any point. I believe you can get more benefit from going outside and walking. Besides, with a seated stepper machine, you're sat down, just stepping, walking on while you sat, and for me, it's not worth it. You might as well get up and go for a walk, or a long walk after work. Sorry. Okay. So I hope that's answered your question. There's a lot of things like that. So that's just something that I believe. All right. So next up, we're going to crack on with our topic today. So cardio and strength. What's the difference? All right. So cardio is basically working the heart, right? Okay, so it's just working the cardiovascular system, how well the heart can produce blood and get oxygen around the system. But also muscles play a massive part in this, because how long they can keep going for is really important. So this, you've got to kind of look at their mitochondria. 1 second, guys, sorry.
Hi, Sam.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right.
Say hi to everyone.
Hello. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Don't worry. Just say hello. Michael just needs some interrupting everyone. But hi, everyone. You're in good hands, everyone. It's all right, Sam. Don't worry.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. So, anyway, I was just talking about the cardio system. Okay, so we've got the heart, really important, because the better the heart is, the stronger it is, the better it can pump around oxygen and get that oxygen to the muscles, so the muscles can carry on working. Muscles, they require a lot of mitochondria so that they can absorb that oxygen and use that oxygen better, and they require a certain fiber type, which we spoke about a few weeks ago, which was the type 1, which is slow twitch fibers. Okay, so they're good at taking oxygen in these muscles, but not very good at producing force quickly. Now, this is perfect for cardio and endurance. All right, perfect. This is what you want. When it's strength, it's kind of the opposite. So you're looking at more hypertrophy, so you're looking at actually increasing muscle mass. You want maybe type 2, maybe a bit of type 1 as well, depending on what type of training you're doing. But it's mainly going to be how much you can press or how much you can do over a short period of time. So that's what strength, that's what we're looking at. It's kind of power training as well. Okay, and the heart, don't get me wrong, it's important for that, but you don't need to keep pumping oxygen around the body. You just need a quick burst, get that set out of the way, lift that heavy weight, and then you can kind of rest. Okay, and get ready for the next set. So that's kind of the difference between strength and cardio training. Now, training wise, it is a little bit different, because obviously with endurance, it's going to be more running, more cardio based stuff, and if you're looking at muscular endurance, it's going to be lots of reps over a long period of time. Okay, so you're promoting that change in the body. You're promoting that adaptation of more oxygen, more blood. Can I go on for longer? That's the key. Can you go on for longer? Can you do a certain thing for a long period of time? Strength, complete opposite, all right, or power even, complete opposite. Can you produce force very quickly and not worry about fatigue, all right? Because you want to produce that force, want to create that powerful action, and then you can chill out, rest, whatever. So you don't need to do it for a long period of time, okay? So that's the differences. Now, the big question we got here was, can you do them at the same time? And the short answer is yes. Yes, you can, okay? A lot of people do it for sport-specific reasons, all right? So let's take combat sports as a really good example. You need to be strong, all right? You have to be strong in combat sports because you have to obviously be able to throw kicks, throw punches, knees, elbows, whatever, with some strength, some force. You need to be able to take blows, but more importantly, you need to be able to stabilize, support your own body, and be explosive, okay? And that requires strength, a lot of strength actually. But you also need to have a lot of endurance, because chances are the fight could go, if you're boxing, could go to 12 rounds, 5 rounds in MMA, okay? So that is a long time to be producing a lot of force. So what you need to do is obviously make sure you've got a good endurance system. And this is where we can train both. For both, it's very sport specific, all right? So here you can train both. But the problem with training both is you can't be a master of one or the other, all right? Training both is very good, and you get some high elite athletes, really, really good elite athletes who have really good strength and really good cardio, okay? But they're not a strongman, okay? Or they're not a super marathon runner, okay? They're not. They're somewhere in the middle, all right? And that's perfect for them and perfect for that sport. And to create that adaptation, all they have to do is mix both of them up in their training programs. Lots of running for the cardio, lots of sparring, rolling for obviously sport-specific training, but that also takes it out of you. That's a lot of cardio. And then they also do their strength and conditioning as well. And a lot of that is actually, especially in combat sport, is power production, how fast or how much they can explode, okay? So that is kind of how you can train both, and it is very possible. I think a good example as well is cross trainers. They also are very strong and they can do things for a long period of time, hence the word cross training. Okay, so it is absolutely fine and believable to train both, all right? However, if you want to be a master in one, then one of them has to get kind of left behind a little bit, okay? Not forgotten, but left behind. And a great example is, like I've just said, is strong men. You know, strong men, massive people, so strong they can lift crazy amounts of weight, squat crazy amounts of weight. But I don't think a lot of them will be able to complete a marathon in a good time. However, on the other side, you've got the marathon runners who could complete a marathon in ridiculously fast times, but probably couldn't squat 500 kilograms, okay? And this is the difference here. And this is why it is really important to understand what, if you're doing a sport, what it requires. Is it a strength-based sport? Is it cardio-based sport? Or do you need to mix it up and match it up? Okay? In which case, then you need to look at your training plan and work out what days you're going to do this, what days you're going to do that, so you can apply that in your sport. Okay? So, I hope that has actually answered your question about strength training, cardio, and we're obviously mixing a bit of sport-specific training there. The only one we've kind of left out is power. And the reason that we left power out is because power athletes are very much strength and speed related. Okay, so it's not like they're going to be doing a lot of reps. It's going to be one huge rep, rest. All right, so example, clean and jerk. You know, you bring it up from the ground into this position and drive. Okay, that's a really fast and explosive movement, in which case you can train separate parts of the movement, but ultimately the goal is to explode and do it as fast and as strong as you can, in which case it's sport specific. You won't be doing a marathon to improve that. Okay, and that's what's really, really important, is that you understand your needs, your sport needs, or your needs in everyday life as well. If you're just walking, if you're a really keen walker and that's what you enjoy and love to do and that's all you want to do, then how can you improve that in the gym? Okay, for me personally, if that is the case, you know, I'd work with someone probably a lot more endurance based, but I'd look at also a bit explosiveness as well. just in case you ever find yourself in a position where you need to move fast or land correctly, because the last thing you want to do is fall over and hurt yourself and be out and walking. All right, so it just depends on what you like to do in life, what you want to achieve, and then you can design your plan around that. If you want to be good at everything, it's possible. It is possible, but you'll never be a master of any of them. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're training. All right. Me personally, I like to mix them up a little bit. So I'm more dominated to strength training, but when I do my boxing and kickboxing, that's a lot more cardio based, and that's where I get my cardio. So that is my plan. I don't know what you guys do. Let me know. Please comment. Let me know what you like to do in life, what you train, how you train, because I'd love to just get everyone's opinions and answers and see what everyone does, because it's really interesting for me. If you have any questions about anything else, drop them in, because next week we'll get them answered. So I'm really looking forward to helping you guys in the future, looking at them questions and seeing how we can move together forward. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for watching me today. I hope this answered your question. Lydia, I hope it answered your question about the seated stepping machine. Sorry to be so blunt about it, but me personally, I just don't think there is any point. I think you could spend that money on either a gym membership, swimming membership, running membership, okay, whatever. Yeah, I just find that being seated at home, I'd rather just get up every 30 minutes, have a little walk around the house, sit back down, get back to work. When work's finished, bang, off to gym, off for a big walk, do some exercise. That's how I would do it. But like I said, some people like the comfort of the home and like to do things in home, which is fine. I wouldn't mind a gym at home, actually, to be honest. I wouldn't mind one. But like I said, the environment is key, because the environment is what drives the behaviour. Okay? So, thank you so much again for joining me today. I hope you all have a great week and a weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.